talk about some books that I have read recently since the beginning of the year. I've written them down here. I've journaled about them a bit. Not much, but just a bit. The first book that I read it in January, and it was The Death of Ivan Ilyich. I would say that book is one of the best books I've read ever. It's not 5 stars. It's not 5 stars, but it's a I would say 4.75. I just did not like the slow pacing at the beginning. I did not like it, especially for a short story. I don't see why that should happen if it's such a short story too. Aside from that, it was a really good read. I really liked the plot. I really liked how you knew what was going to happen from the beginning, but you were still hopeful throughout the short story. I think it was very, very beautifully written, and tragically written as well. And I really like it because it's very relatable. So it was definitely a 4.7 for me. The next book I read was on my Kindle, and it was The Yellow Wallpaper. This book is something else. I gave it a 3 stars. 3 stars rating. This book was really hard to rate because it wasn't a bad book, but it wasn't necessarily a 4-star book. It was good in the sense that I got to read something different and learn of a new genre and style of writing, but it lacked in, I would say, plot. It lacked in plot, and I don't know, it felt incomplete. I did not like the ending of it. It felt half done. I did not like that it somehow left on a cliffhanger. Either that or I'm misinterpreting it, because I did not understand that ending whatsoever. I don't know what happens to her. I don't know what she does. I cannot picture it. I cannot visualize what is going on in that last part of the book. So that is why it says 3 star. It was going to be a 4 stars. But that ending really did it to me. Because I did like the pacing of the book. I think it was actually really good pacing. But at some points it felt rushed, because it felt like she was stopping in the middle of a sentence or an action, and then we jump to a different day. That's what it felt like. But I did like it because it was also relatable. And it's something that many women have gone through. So I did enjoy it because of that. There were just some plot holes and little areas of the book that I just felt weren't done in the best way. But that's my personal opinion. The last book that I read on my Kindle was The 6 Deaths of the Saint, which I actually just finished, I think, last night. That was the first 5-star book I have read in years, if I do say so myself. 5 stars. Also a short story. 5 stars. It was perfect in terms of plot, in terms of pacing, in terms of just the way that it toggles at your emotions. It was just so gripping from the first page all the way until the end. It does have a sad ending, but I feel like that makes it all the more memorable, and it just makes it so much more special. Because contrary to popular belief, I think books or movies with sad endings have a much stronger impact than happy endings where everyone gets a good resolution. I just feel like this is so much more impactful. It makes you ponder and think about it for much longer, and it was just perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. Anything. I have so many parts of the book that are like highlighted, and I just have so many little notes on it. It's just perfection, and I really want to read more by that author. I think it's called The Everlasting next, by that author. But yeah, I'm so happy with that read. Genuinely made me feel like how I felt years ago when I first started reading more intentionally and frequently. It just made me want to read more. So I'm really happy with that read. Definitely 5 stars and the best book I've read so far.